Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I'm Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, the content that we've got to talk about tonight is a little bit of a sour note, but also partnered with a little bit of stupidity. Gonna be honest. The governor of Washington State has signed 3 new gun control laws into actual effect. Now, the big thing here, and we're gonna talk about this in depth, these won't do anything. Literally nothing changes, and their whole point is everything changes, but it doesn't change. There's a lot we got to talk about here, guys. I'm going to do a quick read from our sponsor who made this video possible. Everything is linked in the description box below per usual. I want to hear from you guys. And on the other side, I'm going to show you how this is not going to do anything, but at least it made some people feel good. Virtue signaling at its finest. All right, let's get this. Now, Pyramid Air is sick of this situation. And if you guys have been around for the last 2 years, you know what the situation is. So they are giving away thousands of targets and stickers and want to see your frustration as well. They want to see you filming, snapping, or even talking about how you take out your frustration on these targets in a truly American way. To thank you for joining the fun, they are giving away $5,000 of shopping sprees weekly. First place is $3,000, second place $1.5, third place $500. Anyone can enter, no purchase is necessary. Check out the link below, and thank you so much to Pyramid Air for making these videos this week possible. But now, let's dive into this, because like I said, this is Washington State. Remember the whole premise of all of these gun control laws. We got to do something, even though something would do nothing, but at least we did something, right? It's my little turn of phrase for this. All right, so the AP article is linked in the description box. Washington governor signs bills tightening gun rules. That's about 2 hours ago, so this is official about 2 hours ago. I'm going to run you through these 3 bills. There's really only 2 of major consequence. The third one's kind of like, whatever. But I'm walking through it anyway. Just bear with me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Olympia, Washington. Washington Governor Gov Inslee signed a package of bills Wednesday tightening the state's gun laws, including a measure that bans the manufacture, distribution, and sale of firearm magazines that hold more than 10 rounds of ammunition. Now, their entire point was, these cause issues. This is what causes all the problems across the entire United States. Everything that goes wrong in terrible situations because of increased capacity magazines. So you would think they're going to be completely gone, right? False. You just can't buy new ones. You can still have them. Check this out. Do a little quote, and then we're going to hit that on the other side because it's just, the virtue signaling is gross. Quote, "We are not willing to accept gun violence as a normal part of life in the state of Washington," Inslee, a Democrat, said at a news conference in the Capitol State reception room, where he was surrounded by lawmakers and other supporters of the new laws. Now, keep in mind, they're not going to accept any kind of culture of violence because these magazines cause that. Well, listen to this. Washington's measure, which takes effect July 1, does not prohibit the possession of such magazines. But I thought you weren't going to get used to gun violence, and these are the things that cause gun violence. So how does this do anything? If you still have them, but you can't sell them, but you have them, but they cause violence, but they... I'm confused. It also includes exceptions to magazine limits for law enforcement and corrections officers, members of the armed forces, Washington's National Guard, and licensed firearm dealers who sell to those institutions. So you still have these magazines almost everywhere, but at least you did something that did nothing, but at least you did something. All right. Now this next one, this is kind of the wishy-washy one. Inslee also signed a measure that prohibits people from knowingly bringing weapons, either openly carried or carried with a concealed pistol license, to ballot counting sites and on-campus school board meetings. Okay, anyway, let's go to the next one. Now this one, no ghost guns, because this is the new hot button topic. Check this out. You can't have ghost guns unless you have ghost guns, and then that's okay. A third measure, signed by Inslee on Wednesday, adds further restrictions to the law on manufacture, sale, or possession of so-called ghost guns by prohibiting people from possessing components to build an untraceable firearm, as well as possessing any firearms built after 2019 that don't have serial numbers. Hobbyists will be able to continue making guns at home, but under the new law, they must use components with serial numbers. Side note, I find it interesting, the exact same time the ATF ruling was supposed to be coming out pretty soon. Very similar language inside the Washington State bill. Just saying. Anyway, but again, ghost guns are the cause of all strife across the entire planet, right? Because ghost guns are the main issue. Well, if you can still have them, you just have a serial number, how does that prevent any kind of incident? It doesn't. What was this bill intended to do? Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Now this last piece, and I'm going to wrap it up because this whole thing is kind of conflated. In a statement issued after the bill's signing, the Sacramento, California-based Firearm Policy Coalition said that it plans to lead a lawsuit over the new law. So FPC, of course, like predicted, is getting involved immediately, saying that it condemns this latest act of state aggression and will not allow this law to go unchallenged. The group said it was looking for Washington residents who would be potential plaintiffs in the planned action. So I'll help them out for free. If you live in Washington State, you should probably contact Firearms Policy Coalition because they are looking for someone in your area. That's what I've got for you guys tonight. It's a little update of what's going on. The gun controllers did get some wins in Washington State, but that is not impeding our progress as we continue this march forward for our rights. Thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow morning on the Bullet Points. I'm Braden. See you later.